السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. مساء الخير جميعا. أهلا بكم في برنامج قريبا نيوكاسلي. Welcome lads and lasses to soon to be toon with Saudi Day from Newcastle, live from there, and hopefully we catch him before he going to sleep. Welcome, Dave.
وليد, didn't say I was going to sleep. I said I was a bit exhausted. I was a bit tired.
Yeah, so okay, exhausted. You will go to sleep.
Where have you been for the past 2 days?
Oh, it's been busy.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, so
I didn't wake up at 12 o'clock at night wondering where I was.
So Dave, now I can say congratulations for Ikitiki. Nobody expect that he will be our first signing. I know there is still not the official announcement yet, but everything seemed that it's done from different trusted account in Twitter. There is an account طبعا فيه يعني تذكير مجموعة ناق، مجموعة تبحث أدق الأخبار، جابت كثير من الأخبار الحصرية، وكانت يعني محقة في كثير من الأخبار. راح نذكر بعد قليل بعض الأخبار اللي تحدثت عنها. So Dave, what do you think, Ikitiki?
Well, you know what it is. I've just been looking back through our transparency videos and looking back at when me, you, and Chris first mentioned Ekitike way back in January. You know, we were talking about his name just came out of the blue. We went, "Who's he? Where's he from?" You know, I just thought, and we were all
he's familiar now.
But now he's obviously got it's familiar, and I think we were the first ones to talk about Ekitike back in January. So, and it's good that we've actually secured his the deal. Although he won't sign until after the Toulon tournament, which finishes next week, which is what we were saying would happen. A lot of the deals will not get completed until at least the 10th of June, when the transfer window opens, which is the day after Geordie Day, which been the 9th of June, of course. But yeah, brilliant. You know, it's one of the first ones, and I believe there's many more to come.
Wissam say here, it's our new football direct. I think he mean Dan Ashworth. Get the approval, and why Hugo Ekitike is not here we go. Maybe by Fabrizio Romano, he didn't say here we go yet, because they need to be signed, and we can't start until 10th of June, right?
Yeah, 10th of June when the transfer window is open. We've got him.
التوقيع الرسمي 10 يونيو.
We've got the deal all tied up. The deal's all tied up, and I don't think it's got anything to do with Dan Ashworth. I think it's been negotiated well before Dan Ashworth came in. But there was a few things which needed tying up. Things like the agents' fees, and I think that's what took it so long. So just because Dan Ashworth's come in, it doesn't mean it's got anything to do with him. But a lot of people will put it down to him. It's not. I think it was already done. The deal was done before he came in. But I do believe Dan Ashworth is working on some of the deals that we were interested in, but not others. There's some people are trying to suggest in the Twitter sphere this morning, other players that were being linked with because of Dan Ashworth. Don't think that would happen.
اوكي سو اكيتيكي دان طبعا احنا زي ما قلنا يعني دان اشرف اصلا جاي علشان يخلص الصفقات. اوكي who next you think? Henderson has been bumble his name again. Henderson next.
Henderson, I reckon the deal's all done as well. But what they're saying with Henderson is that it'll be a loan with an obligation to sign after 1 year. So we'll get him on loan, which will help our financial.
So that's a sure info, Dave.
What's that?
Are you sure about this info or just?
It's
جنسية
90% from what we're hearing now. That the Henderson will
90
come on a 1 year loan deal with a
obligation to buy.
obligation to buy, not a option, an obligation. So after a year, we will buy him after a year.
Yeah, that's they do that because the financial fair play.
Yeah, it helps.
And and maybe they should set the price.
Yeah, exactly. They will set the price.
Yeah, يعني it doesn't matter he play good, he play bad.
But I think he's only got a year left on his contract anyway. So he's contracted Man United. I'm sure he's only got a year, 2 years to go on his contract.
No, he's until 2025.
2025,
yeah.
So that's why we'll probably have a fixed fee. If he plays, we'll have a fixed fee and we'll have the obligation to buy him come next year.
اوكي طبعا بالنسبه لهندرسون 90% من الاخبار من نيوكاسل انه سينضم الى نيوكاسل ب 15 مليون تقريبا، او يعني بما باعاره عموما بغض النظر عن المبلغ، بس انه قريب من 15 مليون كاعاره لمده سنه مع الزاميه الشراء. هذا الشيء طبعا راح يخفف الاعباء الماليه بالنسبه لسوق الانتقالات، فيكون اعاره بخيار الشراء، يعني كانك شريته، تقدر تقول كانك شريته اقساط يعني. هذا خبر حلو. طبعا هو يجيد اللعب كل القدمين، يعني حارس جيد ينتظر الى الفرصه، لعب مستويات جيده مع منتخب انجليزي للشباب في كاس العالم. ايضا هندرسون يعني الاخبار من يعني من الصحف او المهتمه بشان مانشستر يونايتد تحدثت انه هندرسون جاهز للرحيل، يعني جالس يجهز اغراضه عشان يرحل ويترك مانشستر. يعني الرجال رايح اي طالع من مانشستر اكيد، والنادي الوحيد اللي مهتم تقدر تقول يعني بشكل جدي هو نيوكاسل. Very good, Dave. So hopefully this is the sign. Okay. طبعا we did something here. There is something here in the Nagi group. Just want to explain because it's boring to have news. So they make some category here. تم عمل so
that's the biggest traffic light I've ever seen.
Yeah. So this is a Nagi group. They try to find the best source. They not just unfortunately all the account they just repeat what anyone say anything. Even sometimes they consider fans, normal fans, as sources or as agent. طبعا في كثير للاسف كثير من عندنا من الحسابات تجيب اي خبر نيوكاسل وتكتبه، يعني اي خبر ايش ما كان، لو اي واحد يعني لو بوب فروم ذا فيش ماركت هناك. طبعا هناك في نيوكاسل اذا قالوا واحد يا طبعا في نيوكاسل اذا واحد يعني قالوا مين مصدرك، قالوا يعني انك اكيد انت يعني اذا ما صدقوا الخبر قالوا مصدرك بوب من سوق السمك يعني. فاحنا تقريبا يمكن عندنا شيء مشابه لهذا الشيء. عموما التصنيف تم دن، اذا لاعب قريب لون بنفسجي كلوز، لون بني ووك اوت انسحاب، نقشيت احمر مفاوضات. طبعا يعني خبر مع اللاعب، يعني تقصيرنا صراحه حلوه لانه ملينا احنا من الاخبار اهتمام interest وإشاعة rumors. Okay, so one of these things came from this account, which is Bale. Gareth Bale, resources assure that he will sit with the club and talk with the agent. Just so maybe that's mean this is just an interest which is blue. But I want to know, Dave, what he hear about this and what he know about, what his opinion about this. Go on, Dave. Gareth Bale. And before that, sorry, we want to congratulate Wales to qualify to World Cup first time since 1958.
He's a very good player. He was a very good player. We're only being linked with him now because he hasn't got a club. He's left Real Madrid. He's not playing for anybody. Yet he needs a first team football if he's going to be selected to go and play for Wales in the World Cup. Now that's why the story is now linking him with us. To me, it's a non-starter. I don't think it'll happen. One, because I think he's a mercenary. The last mercenary we had who did that was Michael Owen.
Can you tell us what mean mercenary? Is it mean billboards, or what's mean mercenaries?
Mercenary. He's only coming for he's only coming for one reason, for his reason, not for our reason, not for our project, not for us to be challenging for trophies and titles. Not playing for us. He's not playing for the badge. He's playing for Gareth Bale. The last person we had like that was Michael Owen. Michael Owen came to Newcastle with the sole intention of using us to get him to play in the World Cup for England, which is exactly what he did. He got injured weeks before the World Cup, and then, he then gets injured straight away. He came for Michael Owen. He didn't come for the football club. Newcastle supporters can't stand Michael Owen now because they knew he used with.
But Dave, that doesn't mean what happened to with Owen, it will happen with Bale.
No, we don't. Bale. But that's it though. That's it though. How old is Bale?
He's old enough to get Wales to World Cup.
Yeah, Wales. How are you? They haven't qualified since 1958. What does that tell you? No. If he was coming, then he comes on a 1 year, 2 year contract. He doesn't come as a pay, because what they're suggesting is he comes on a pay as you play. Now, I don't want players who are going to come on a pay as you play, which is exactly what happened to Andy Carroll last season. Andy Carroll came on as pay as you play. He didn't last 6 months. And the same thing's going with this bloke, Gareth Bale. Honestly, where would you play him?
Yeah. He's I think Maxi's spot.
Yeah, Maxi's spot. And Maxi's they've already said that Maxi's not going to Spurs. Apparently Spurs want to pay 50 million quid for him. But we've said Maxi doesn't want to go. We've said no. So
Tottenham will pay 50?
Yeah. That's what they're saying. But no, I don't want Gareth Bale anywhere near my football team, my football club, on that simple basis that I think he's a mercenary and he's only in it for himself. We've got to get away from players like that. We've got.
Okay, so why do you think he linked to Newcastle? Just for billboards, selling shares? What do you think the reason? Golf, as Banana Man says. Because we are golfers.
Yeah, he wants to play. He wants to play golf semi-professionally. He's apparently plays. He plays scratch. So I don't know. I don't know where he's a one. There you go. You've just said it. He's going to spend more of his time on the golf course than he's going to time training. No, keep him away. Do not want him. Stay away, Gareth Bale. If you want to go and play for a team to get you to the World Cup, go and play for something like Swansea or Cardiff. Don't bother coming to Newcastle. Stay away.
طبعا بالنسبة لديف يعني يرى رأيه الشخصي طبعا انه بيل يعني ما هو اللاعب اللي احنا نبغاه. يستشهد بتجربة اندي كارول ومايكل اوين سابقا، انه فقط يعني يأتي من أجل المال، يعني فقط يأتي من أجل نفسه، ولا يعني يقوم بالمقابل بالشيء الكثير. كثير طبعا من ريال مدريد، يعني مشجعي ريال مدريد يعني يعني يتكلمون عن انه لا انه يعني ما يؤدي بشكل ممتاز في الفترة الأخيرة، يعني يجلس كثير في الدكة. لكن أنا أعتقد انه ريال مدريد يعني شخصن الأمور معاه. نشوفه احنا في ويلز، يعني أنا أشوفه مبدع، ما زال يعني لديه ما يعطيه. هنا المشكلة لما يكون لاعب مبدع مر عليه برايم، وصل للقمة بعدين انخفض يعني مستواه ورجع طبيعي، فالناس تقارنه بالقمة يعني. لكن هو كلاعب أنا أشوفه لاعب جيد، وبالعكس اسم كبير يعني. خصوصا الآن احنا يعني مثلا يعني كخطة للمدينة وتسويق للمدينة نحتاج فينا وفينا يعني فينا لاعب يسوق، هذه ما فيها نقاش. we have to have market player, Dave. Either we like or we don't like. We need a
He's not a our lead. He's not a marquee player
no,
anymore.
it is. He's famous. No, he is, especially with World Cup now. It's different now.
Yeah, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, yes, he was a marquee player. Not now.
Okay.
He doesn't play every week. He doesn't play the full game.
He will. If he, I think he will. He will. No. He can. He want to play in World Cup, so that's he have to.
That's exactly what Michael Owen did. That's exactly what Michael Owen did.
And then what? هو كل شوي يقول لي مايكل أوين. قلت يا أخي مايكل أوين مو لازم يصير مع بيل نفسه صار مع مايكل أوين.
Michael Owen got injured playing for Newcastle a month or 2 months before he was going to go to the World Cup, and then he was miraculously fit after the end of the season, so he could go and play for England. But he wasn't fit enough to help us. No, don't want Gareth Bale.
So Gareth Bale.
I can't agree with you.
Gareth Bale, we agree to disagree with this.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But there is an interest from Newcastle to the player, and I think vice versa. Let's see what coming days bring to us. Okay, enough with Bale. Okay, we'll come to Bale later when things getting serious. Okay, we have. Okay, what else? Okay, here's the thing. Before we're going to Rabiot and Carrasco. Okay, here it says today from our friend Muhammad from Twitter. He said, Milan Sport Direct or whatever, Maldini and Sven Botman right now at Ibiza. So Ibiza.
Yeah.
Ibiza, بالثاء ازاي? Okay. So what they doing there, Dave?
Having a holiday, I hope. You know, the rumor is that the Botman deal is nearly done.
To Newcastle.
For Newcastle, yeah. Apparently, it's down to wages and whether.
So how close? Henderson or the Botman?
Henderson first. Botman might still be a couple of weeks yet, but I think the Botman deal will happen because Milan can't afford him.
Yeah, but do you think he يعني, as per discussion today with among my friends, they've been said that they're afraid that Botman he make this procedure go along to see if Milan interested in him.
Yeah.
And to increase his wages from Milan, and he went to go to Milan.
Yeah. No, I totally agree with you. This is how it plays out. This is how it plays out every transfer window. Players put themselves in that transfer window in the hope that somebody will show an interest, and then somebody else will come in and offer better wages. But I think Botman will come to Newcastle. I don't think the money's there. In Milan.
So why do you think he's taking too much time?
He's hoping that by him taking so much time, whether the takeover of Milan happens. Possibly give another Champions League team a chance to come in for him as well.
But is it weird that we're interested in someone he's not in his heart, not with us? We are not first choice. Isn't that wrong?
Yeah, just like Gareth Bale. He's a player who's not really. He's a player who's not. They're not really. If they're not really interested, you know.
Yeah, but Gareth Bale. Where do you think he want to go? Which team?
Gareth Bale. I don't know.
We don't know.
I don't know where to go. I'm not really.
Yeah, so
I'm really bothered, as long as he doesn't come to Newcastle.
okay, so
I think
leave us from Gareth Bale. So now Butman,
yeah, well, I'm just
his
saying.
first choice is Milan. You agree with that?
I think his first choice is Milan, definitely.
Yeah.
But
So is it
Milan's
weird
not
that
going to
we
happen.
still interested in someone like him? Because as I understand, we are very keen, and we are very keen, and we are very focused on a player who wants us in first place.
Yeah, but I think he does. I think he does want us as well. He's seen the project, and I think if the Milan deal doesn't come off, the place he wants to come is Newcastle. So we're busy trying to persuade him that we're still the better option than what Milan are. The only thing Milan's got going for them ahead of us is the fact that they're in Champions League football.
Champions League, and they will go from group stage.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. طبعا بوتمان يعني so you think Ibiza is just a coincidence?
I think that's just a coincidence. Yeah,
Ibiza, Dave, is it first choice of summer vacation in Europe in general? First
yeah,
destination?
yeah. It's one of the first destinations. It's a
اوكي طبعا
party island.
اوكي طبعا بالنسبه لمالديني وسفن بوتمان تواجدهم في إبيزا يعني هو صدفه. يعني على كلام ديف اكد كلامي انه إبيزا مجرد يعني هي الوجهه الاولى للسياحه الصيفيه في اوروبا. فكل العالم تروح إبيزا يعني فاتس nothing new nothing يعني it's something ordinary يعني شيء طبيعي جدا انه يكونون في إبيزا. يعني اغلب اللاعبين يقضون اجازاتهم في إبيزا. كنا نتكلم عن انه يعني هل بوتمان يقول يمكن هو صح انه خياره الاول ميلان عشان الشامبيونز ليج فقط. هذا يعني ويمكن عشان اسم مالديني فقط. لكن واضح يعني عنده اهتمام برضه بنيوكاسل لانه نيوكاسل راح يدفع له المبلغ اللي يبغاه. ايضا هو مقتنع بالمشروع. وشفنا من يناير لما يعني المتابعه المرداد والتلميح لنيوكاسل يعني برضو عنده يعني نقدر نقول انه خلينا نقدر نستطيع نقول محتار مثلا بين الناديين. لكن على كلام ديف واخر الاخبار من نيوكاسل انه اللاعب قريب جدا لكن ليس بقرب هندرسون للفريق. هذا بالنسبه لبوتمان. اوكي. Move from Botman, let's go. We're still in the players before we going to some news here. Okay, so Rabiot, Dave, you sent me this earlier.
Yeah.
He's a great defense midfielder, but I watch him sometimes. He's a great player, but maybe I noticed that يعني he can't succeed with any team. يعني he always transfer. يعني you can say that he's not first choice or not preferable by coaches.
Yeah.
Why is that? What's your take on this news? Yeah.
He's just, like, I think his name came out of blue as well. It was, I don't think we'd even been linked with him before last week. And I mentioned to you last week that it'd been seen on one of the Twitter feeds that we were interested in him. Again, I believe this is just possibly newspaper talk, him trying to talk up his options. But the fact is that he's been linked with us. It's another one of these players who are going to get linked left, right, and centre. He's probably never settled in another team because he's one of those players who tend to get a transfer, then play well for the first few weeks, first few months,
Yes.
and then just doesn't put the effort in, and then gets dropped to the bench, and
Yeah, why? This is his style. Or?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's his style, and I think there's been many a player in the Premier League who've come on and done that. Jesse Lingard was considered one of those players.
Is it to avoid injuries or
partly
or just busy outside football maybe?
Yeah, outside football as well. Some people get carried away with their lifestyle, and I think he's another one of them.
طبعا رابيوت من اللاعبين اللي فجأة ارتبطوا اليوم بنيوكاسل يعني من صحيفة الكرونيكل باي إد ميكاي. بس طبعا ارتبطوا في رابيوت يعني فجأة. يعني هذا شيء مو غريب كل يوم نرتبط بكذا لاعب. لكن انا كان سؤال ديف انه يعني انا ما تابعته كثير رابيوت، بس انا شفت كم مستوى يعني نقدر نقول ممتاز في كم المباراه اللي انا شفته فيها. لكن لاحظت عليه انه كثير يغير الفرق كثير. فديف يقول هو لاعب من اللاعبين اللي يعني يبدا بشكل ممتاز، بعدين يتراخى يعني في المباريات. قد يكون لتجنب الاصابات، قد يكون مشغول خارج الملعب. يعني كثير لاعبين يعني يقومون بنفس الفعل. فعلى you don't think that Eddie Howe interested in him.
No.
لا، أنا أعتقد إنه إيدي هاو مهتم باللاعب. What about Carrasco? I think this is maybe fifth time linked to Newcastle.
Yeah, I don't know whether he's linked with Kieran Trippier in any way. But again, there's just people getting linked with us left from all over the place. And again, here's another story with a player who's been discussed by certainly Diego Simeone. And you've got to respect Simeone as a manager. He knows what he's talking about. But whether Carrasco can come to Newcastle, is he going to fit in? I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure he would fit in.
You know what's with Carrasco, because I watched the player closely. Carrasco, when he started with Atletico, he was a great player.
Yeah.
After that, he went to China. When he back from China, he's so different, bad player. يعني it's get worse from China. He tried to play, but he wasn't the first Carrasco we know. So obviously he stay in the bench because as Kieran Trippier says, if you don't run for Diego Simeone, you will be in the bench. If you don't run the whole game, 90 minutes and the injury time, you are not in the first squad of Diego Simeone. So that's why I notice any player have any kind of issue with Simeone, or maybe benched from starting line up to bench, usually they link him to be out of the team, and of course as well they link him with Newcastle. What do you think, Dave?
Exactly. You hit the nail on the head there, mate. It's exactly what we've just been talking about with our last player. We've just been talking about, coming in name, forgot him already. Rabiot, he's exactly the same type of player. He starts well and he doesn't give the effort. He just drops off. He has other things going on in his life. And like Trippier says, if you don't give 100%, then you're going to get dropped. And I think Eddie Howe is exactly the same, which is why Eddie Howe has got more out of Joe Linton and Emil Kraft, because he's told him, you give me 110%, because if you don't give me 110%,
I don't need you.
Yeah. So, and I think these two players, Carrasco and Rabiot, they're players who have been thrown into the hat by themselves, by their sponsors, by their agents, because they want their player to play football, but I don't think they'll fit with us.
طبعا كراسكو يعني باختصار اي لاعب في اتلتيكو، مثلا كراسكو كان اذكر انا في 2017 كان لاعب عظيم، او 2016 يعني كل العالم يتكلموا في كراسكو. لكن لما راح الصين رجع واحد ثاني، يعني he became كراسكو from China بلاير. لما رجع ما صار يعني نفس الشيء، فصار يجلس كثير في الاحتياط. فاي لاعب عنده مشكله او ما يؤدي بشكل جيد مع سيموني، وكلنا نعرف يعني سيموني تريبير قالها بنفسه، اذا ما ركضت يقول حتى انا اذا ما ركضت 100% طلعني. هذا فعشان كذا اي لاعب يصير في اي نوع من الخلاف في اتلتيكو يتم ربطه انه سوف ينتقل وعنده خلافات معه. This is the problem. Carrasco, he speak or he talk like he thinks still he was in same performance at 2017. هو لسه يتكلم كراسكو على انه كراسكو 2017، يعني الان انا اشوفه صراحه لاعب يعني يعني عادي جدا. فطبيعي انه يتم ربطه في نيوكاسل لرفع to increase his wages, just لرفع يعني راتبه او انتقال يعني ويلعب اساسي في فريق آخر. And we now this is the good thing about this transfer window. Some player will take a decision just to play in first lineup so they can play in World Cup. كثير من الآن لاعبين قد ينتقلون فقط لكي يلعبوا في كأس العالم، يروح نادي على الأقل يلعب أساسي عشان يتم اختياره، لأنه الآن اللاعبين يعني اختيارات صعبة، يعني اختيارات كثيرة للمدربين المنتخبات. يعني العديد من اللاعبين ممكن ضمهم للمنتخب، بالنسبة مثلا كراسكو في حالته في منتخب بلجيكا. جميل جدا. Very good, Dave. I think that's... Speaking of Atletico, quickly, anything in Lodi?
Nothing at the moment, Lodi.
ما في شيء جديد على لودي.
Nothing at the moment.
Target?
Nothing.
لسه ما في، لسه في هدوء. Is it calm before storm?
The only other story, Audi, that we haven't picked up on, linked to the Botman stuff, is that if we don't get Botman, they're talking about us trying to sign Nathan Aki from Manchester City.
Yeah, is that something? Is that for real, Dave?
Yeah, for real. But would you want to be involved with Man City's cast-off because he doesn't fit with Man City, and they want £50 million for him?
Yeah, I think this is rubbish, Dave. He's
They're just saying it could be the backup. You know, if Botman does end up going to AC Milan,
I don't know about that. Dave, when last I think 2 years, when Manchester City take Nathan Ake by 41 million, I said to my friends, why? This is overrated. This is too much for him. Yeah. I know he scored maybe a couple of goals with in Bournemouth with Eddie Howe, but that's nothing yet.
Yeah.
And now they want more money from a player bench all the time.
Yeah.
That's not making any sense.
No.
So, but Newcastle interest in Ake in first place, regardless the amount of money.
No, I think they're only looking at backups in case Botman doesn't come off.
But it wasn't to become Ake.
No, I don't think it'll be Ake neither. I really
maybe
don't.
Indica being linked as well. Indica.
Who?
Indica or Indica, the French player.
Right.
In Germany I think he played.
Like, yeah.
طبعا يقول لك يعني كلام انه يعني شو اسمه هذا نيثن ايكي انه يبغون فيه مانشستر سيتي 50 مليون. طبعا هو انتقل من نظام سنتين من بورموث الى مانشستر سيتي ب 41 مليون، وانا كنت اقول يعني كثير عليه، والان 50 يعني معليش، يعني لاعب احتياطي طول وقته، يعني لاعب عادي. هيز فيري سلو not good defender. يعني I think he's I don't know, I think he just يعني احتياط جيد، يعني اكثر ما مدافع احتياط جيد يسد خانه لها اكثر ولا اقل. ما ابي اعطي وقت اكثر من كذا بالنسبه لإيكي. I think this is most of the news. Nothing on Diaby. No, most of Diaby, Dave.
No,
striker. Striker. I think Ikitiki. Do you think he will be only striker?
Yeah, I think we don't. I don't think they'll look for another striker, unless they can make some headway on Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and I think he could. If that does pick up pace, it'll pick up pace this week. But if it can get him, I'll be happy with Calvert-Lewin. He's that type of player. But you're then going to have the decision: do you play Wilson? Do you play Ekitike? Do you play?
Yeah, because he played 4-3-3. يعني one striker plan. So
yeah, and then
if you insist with this play, if you're playing 4-4-2, that makes sense. You have 4 strikers, but you only play with 1 striker and you have 4 striker, 3 in the bench. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but the 4-3-3 really is a 4-5-1.
Yeah, I need the wings. Of course.
Wings, yeah. So
okay. طبعا شو قلت؟
No, I was going to say, so we would have 4 we would have 4 strikers that would be fighting for one position, really.
طبعا يشوف ديف انه اقرب واحد ينضم لي في خط الهجوم مع كريس وود ويلسون هو كالفرت لوين من ايفرتون. يعني اعتقد انه من كثر ما تكرر هذا الخبر قد يكون فعلا خبر صحيح، خصوصا انه نونيز يعني مبلغه عالي جدا. فكالفرت لوين how much do you think Lewin will cost?
Calvert Lewin?
Yeah.
I don't know really.
حنشوف كم
He's got a
يكلف.
couple of years left to go. I think you're probably looking at between 25 and 30 mil.
So same Wilson wages.
Yeah, same. And
25-30 مليون تقريبا.
It does seem as well that Newcastle are trying to keep players to a certain wage structure. At the moment, they're talking nobody will be above £120,000 per week, unless we get that marquee signing, you know.
Gareth Bale.
What?
طيب ديف, sorry Dave, just يعني actually I want to see him in Newcastle, but this is just a personal يعني desire. Okay, or wish, not desire. Okay, what else okay, there is 2 topics before going to quickly through question. Yeah, quickly, I'm not gonna say يعني I like Emirates and يعني also يعني we like the team in Emirates, Manchester City. It just, we have nothing against them, but it just, this photo يعني I think يعني this is Pep Guardiola and His Excellency Sheikh Mansour bin Zayed, Vice Prime President of Ministry, and he's Minister of I can't translate very greatly here, but he's Minister of Presidentry Ministry. So this is a big position in the country. But you know, he stayed with Guardiola as City, Manchester City. So this went normal in social media. Nothing passed. It's like something just every year happened without any focusing. I just imagine if Eddie Howe just sit with any personality in Saudi Arabia, how annoying media will be. Why, Dave?
Because we eat and drink football in the region. We are like Barcelona. We are like Real Madrid, Manchester City.
No, that's not what I'm talking about, Dave. I'm talking about our haters.
Oh yeah, I know the haters, but because they'll link with us straight away, and as soon as Eddie Howe picks someone up, but because we're in the news like Barcelona and Real Madrid, and everybody wants to take notice, so they will link with us, and then they'll see Eddie Howe with His Royal Highness, you know, and any other, like if it was Majid Mansour or it was Yasser Al Rumayyan, they'd be saying, "Oh, look at he's hobnobbing with these people." Look, you know, because we're in the news, somebody will report it. Somebody will see it, and somebody will report it, because the press and the people out there are obsessed with Newcastle. They have to be in the news. They have to put us in the news. And the only other team in Great Britain who are like that would be Liverpool or Man United. You know, they will always get their faces in the papers for whatever reason, for whatever story, for the haters. They just look for stories to hate us with, so it doesn't matter what. And the latest one yesterday was that Japanese golfer. Was he Japanese golfer? He's resigned.
Thailand, I think.
Thailand, yeah. He's resigned from the PGA to go and play in the Saudi Golf League. Now, they started saying there's another one for Newcastle sports washers. I thought, hang on, We haven't signed up to Saudi golf yet. Can't start linking Saudi golf with Newcastle yet. It might happen. And Gareth Bale would be playing for he'll be playing as well. He'll be playing for Saudi golf.
طبعا احنا نتكلم عن اليوم يعني الشيخ منصور مع جوارديولا في الامارات، يعني كنت نتكلم انه يعني الاعلام المضاد، لو يعني لو شاف مثلا ايدي هاو مع اي احد مثلا مسؤولي الدوله كان عملوا الليله يعني، لكن شوف الصوره هذه مرت عادي، مروا الكرام وعادي، هو الموضوع ما في شيء، بس هذا الشيء اللي يقهرك يعني، انه الشيء انت غيرك يسويه انت ما تقدر تسويه، يعني صراحه شيء يقهر صراحه ويغضب. طيب
So hang on. Have you heard anything regarding sponsors out in Saudi Arabia? Is there anything
yes,
being rumored?
Until now, next week a lot of things have happened, and this makes sense because Ikitiki, he will not be signed and without the new share.
Yeah.
So I think next week will a lot of things happen. Starting from tomorrow, things will happen. This been handled from Twitter, from account to account. What was this about?
I don't know. Somebody's obviously got.
No, you have to know. You have to know. You are from Newcastle. You have to know, Dave.
I know, but I haven't seen. I don't know who's getting these, where they're getting these photographs from. And I'll not see my contract until Tuesday.
أنا جايبها لك عشان Yeah, sorry, Dave. I had a call. Yes.
No, I'm going to say I don't see my contract until Tuesday. I will have to seek confirmation from my contract on Tuesday as to whether.
I wish we didn't say that in life, but it's okay. It's okay. Have nobody listening. Okay. So all right. So يعني ننتظر إن شاء الله الأسبوع القادم نشوف أخبار، لكن هذا التيشيرت يعني قلت الليف يعني من وين مصدره؟ قال ماني عارف. أنا أعتقد إنه I think it's been smuggled from the factories. تم تهريبها من المصانع، يعني ما فيها. Okay, we see some chat here, but okay, quickly. Do you think we will be able to get players over the line?
Yes.
What's that mean?
Wait, every year, up until January, we never got players we never got signings across the line because Mike Ashley wouldn't buy anybody. So that's
what do you mean over the line?
It's just a saying that we'll get it done. We'll get the deal done. We'll get over the line.
هذه جملة يقولونها أيام مايك أشلي يعني، ضحك الآن يعني، وأنا صح ما فهمتها مرة يعني، بس إنه قصده ديف إنه يعني إنه دائما يقعدون الصيف، اللي فهمته إنه الصيف بدون أي لاعب، فهالمرة يعني بيكون شيء مختلف أكيد طبعا. Okay, Nearly here. Good evening, everyone. We have Ikitiki, Butman, 90%. Oh, someone been watching. That's great.
I think that's the story, isn't it? 90%.
So we can say Dave saying 90% Butman.
Yeah.
Not Dave from Newcastle with وليد. Not Bob from Fish Market.
The Bob from the Fish Market. No, that's it.
Okay. Gareth Bale on golf course. I think this is maybe will happen. I'm not feeling well. Sorry for that, but I will always support Newcastle United. Hope you are well, Nelly. Get well soon. Okay. It's just silly season. Papers need to sell.
Yeah. Totally
I believe signings when they are standing on St. James Park with a black and white shirt on.
Yeah.
What's he mean, Gary?
Just like I said, it's what we call the silly season because every player gets linked to Newcastle United.
Yeah. عشان ارتباط كثير يعني من اللاعبين، شيء ممل.
Yeah. So we won't. And I've said this to you last transfer window and this transfer window. It'll happen. The football club will have its targets, and they'll pursue those targets. And we'll know when they want to let us know. They've let us know about Ekitike. They've said that yes, he's all but done. He'll sign next week after the transfer window opens on Friday. So he'll sign then. And until the players on the pitch holding that scarf above their head or wearing a football strip, don't believe anything. Don't believe anything until that happens. But we also know, Waleed, that we will not parade a new signing without the new strips and the new sponsor. That will happen. They will happen first, then the players will happen. So the strips and the sponsor will have to be announced sometime this week. I fully expected it to be the 2nd of June, but more likely now be sometime in the next couple of days, because we need our new players to promote our new strip and our new sponsors.
Yeah, and we were right about and you were right about 2nd of June, because we see the Castor put the video, but they take it off. So something happened for sure. Hold them up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good luck to Saudi Arabia national team and the World Cup. How are the Saudis? Thank you, Gary.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, Gary. Good luck to national team as well. Hopefully Saudi and England will do great in the World Cup, and especially for England, I wish them to win the cup. Actually, Johnny, congratulations winning the case. Have Johnny Depp here with us here. Said Waleed, ask Dave when they will pronounce or announce sponsorship and shares. طبعا أجاب ديف من شوي، يعني إنه الأسبوع القادم يعني بنسبة كبيرة. Next week, a lot of things we to hear.
Yeah.
Cheers, Nelly, but to be honest, I am not bothered about England. I guess Trippier plays.
That's honestly, that's many Newcastle fan is not bothered about England.
هذا الشيء ينطبق على أغلب نيوكاسليين. على الكلام ده إنه يعني لازم لاعب نيوكاسل في المنتخب ولا ما نهتم. ويلسون all day سعودي ديف. Thank you, Gary. Is Ekitike not a wide player?
He comes in from the wide, just like what Maxi does.
Yeah, he's striker and wing same time.
Yeah, he's one of those attacking. He's one of those attacking wingers, a bit like Maxi, a bit like Almiron, where they're coming off the wing.
Get Bale up to pay the contract. So Terry wants. He's with me, Dave. He wants Gareth Bale.
What's that one?
Well, I wish the Saudi team at least يعني will make the knockout stage يعني دور 16 إن شاء الله.
Whose group is the Saudi national team in with?
Argentina. Poland. Argentina, Poland, and Mexico.
Ooh, group of death. Group of death.
No, it's not the group of death. Actually, I forget groups already.
Very tough group, mate. You've got, like I say, Argentina and Mexico, two of the best teams in South America. Poland, not so hot. So I hope the Saudi national team can get some results, because I would like to say, because the Saudi national team will get a lot of support from Newcastle fans. They'll get a lot of support.
المنتخب السعودي راح يحظى بكثير من التشجيع من الجورديين اللي بيحضرون كأس العالم. Okay, okay. Sorry, I think I passed this one. Okay, Man City can't even sell out for Champions League. Okay,
that's right.
This thing. Let's see what happens. Sunderland, I have announced their new sponsor, Bondland.
What's it? Poundland.
What is Bondland?
Poundland is a very cheap
Oh my God.
very shop for buying very, very cheap goods from China. Very, 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 very
Okay.
cheap.
Okay.
Cost
Congratulations.
less than £1 cost £1 fish. Bob the Fishman, £1 fish.
يعني قصدهم انه ساندرلاند يعني تم رعايته من محل حسب ما فهمت انه زي ابو ريالين عندنا يعني قصد. طيب الان كم لاعب تم التعاقد مع نيوكاسل؟ لسه يا صالح، لسه باقي، ما بدا يعني، باقي 10 يونيو ان شاء الله يفتح السوق. لكن ايكيتيكي قريب، بوتمان 90%، وهندرسون قريب جدا من الاعاره مع احقيه الشراء. هذه خلاصه حلقه اليوم من قريب نيوكاسلي. الوليد doesn't remember. هاي الوليد. It's worky ticket. Worky ticket.
Working ticket, it's a working ticket.
He's Gary. والله no, I think I remember, but I mean you are worky ticket. Okay.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah, I'm coming.
There was a story earlier in the week that Sunderland have got a potential new buyer from the Middle East. He's called Sheikh Envak because he wants to put the freshness back.
I think it's more like a joke.
It's a joke.
Yeah.
There was an advertisement in the UK years ago about special stuff you could put on your carpet, and then you'd shake it on the floor, and then you'd hoover it up to make your carpet smell better. And the song was, "Do the shaker back and put the freshness back. Do the shaker back and put the freshness." So that's what we're saying about Sunderland. They've got shaken back as that new sponsor, the new chairman.
Oh my God, this is will never end.
Johnny's will love it.
There will be a surprising big signing by end of the transfer window. Mark my words, and hopefully before that, Nelly. Thank you, Dave, for our lovely show. So great information. Thank you very much, Dave, and hope to see you tomorrow with much better news.
Yeah.
شكرا للمتابعة. شكرا للمتابعة وتصبحون على خير.